Hello everyone and welcome back to the Perfect French with Dylane. Today it's gonna be a quick lesson. We are going to see 10 verbs that you need to master when you start learning French. I know that French is a very hard language to learn, especially if you're learning by yourself. So today I'm gonna give you the 10 verbs that you should absolutely know on the top of your fingers. You say that in English? I think you say on the top of your hands. Like the back of your hand, like the back. You should know it like the back of your hands, right? Today we are not going to see the conjugation of these verbs. We are going to see why it's important for you to know them. So I'm going to give you a few characteristics for each. If you want to know more about this verb, I will link all the videos related to them in the description box. And you can also go on my website, theperfectfrench.com, and grab the free ebook, the 500 most common French verbs, how to conjugate them, how to use them. They are all in there. Because I also have a very bad news for you, is that all the verbs today are irregular. So you have to know them by heart. Why didn't I say by heart before? Why did I have to say the thing with the fingers? For this week's video on Monday, we saw how to ask a question in French, part 1. And tomorrow we're gonna see 10 verbs of slang in French. The first one that you should learn is être, to be. The first reason why is because it helps you to describe who you are. Je suis étudiant. Je suis étudiant. I am a student. Same thing than in English. It helps you to describe where you are. Tu es dans ta chambre. Tu es dans ta chambre. You are in your bedroom. And the third reason is that être is also an auxiliary that we use for all the compound tense. So the tenses with two verbs. For example, if we take the passé composé, il est tombé dans la boue. Il est tombé dans la boue. Il fall in the mud. Okay, so être, very important. The second one is avoir. Avoir, to have. The first reason is that because it helps you to give your age. Il a 30 ans. Il a 30 ans. He is 30 years old. So it's a bit tricky with avoir because a lot of time when you used to be, we used to have. I'm gonna link a video as well in the description box. So you also have to know when to use it. The second thing is to say that if you're thirsty or hungry, we're going to use avoir as well. Tu as faim. Tu as faim. You're hungry. Third reason, and the same thing than avoir, is that it's also an auxiliary. So if we take the passé composé again, j'ai entendu un bruit. J'ai entendu un bruit. I heard a noise. So that was for avoir. The third one is faire. Faire. To do, to make. We don't have two different verbs for that. Maybe it's a good news for you, for once. To do, to make is the same verb as faire. So it's important to know it because we use it to describe the weather. Il fait froid aujourd'hui. Il fait froid aujourd'hui. It's cold today. Same thing for some sport. Il fait du football. Il fait du football. He plays soccer. Of course, you can use it with simply to do, to make in a simple sentence, but we use it for so many other things that it's very important to know when to use it. Numéro 4. Aller. Aller, to go. Two very important points here with aller. The first one is that it will help you to build one of the most easiest tense in French. It's called the futur proche, the near future. It's simply the verb aller conjugated present tense, and then you add the infinitive of the verb you want. We haven't seen that yet. I still have to make a video on that, but it's such an easy tense. So let's see one. Je vais cuisiner. Je vais cuisiner. I'm going to cook. Je vais cuisiner. Near future. That's it. Simple as that. The second reason why it's very important to know aller is that we use it to say how we are doing. For example, the question, comment ça va? Comment ça va? How are you? You are going to answer, je vais bien. Je vais bien. I'm going well. I'm going well. So I'm doing well, obviously, but we say I'm going well. Okay? Very important to know the verb aller. Numéro 5, falloir. Falloir means to be necessary, to need to. 3 things that you should know about falloir. The first one, it's only conjugated with it. It's necessary, it needs to be done. Always it. I can't say I can't say je, I can't say tu, I can't say vous. It's only going to be it. So for each tense, there's only one line, which is absolutely great. You don't need to remember too much, but you really have to know that falloir is only used with it, which is il in French. Second thing that you should know is that you just have to conjugate it present tense, and then you can add an infinitive verb after. For example, il faut partir maintenant. Il faut partir maintenant. And I translate to we need to leave now. Okay, I translate to we because in English it doesn't make sense if I say it needs to leave, right? You understand what I mean? So with we, the sentence in English makes sense. We need to leave now. The third thing that you should know about falloir, if it's followed by que, it's going to be a very advanced sentence because it's going to be followed by the tense called subjunctive. Subjunctive is very hard to conjugate, it's very hard to use as well. So if you see a sentence with il faut que, just know that it might be confusing, you will learn that later, it is fine, but it's gonna be an advanced sentence. Let's see an example. Il faut que je réussisse mon examen. Il faut que je réussisse. So réussisse is that subjunctive tense. Réussisse. Il faut que je réussisse mon examen. I need to succeed on my exam. The next one is mettre, to put, to place. So it's used also like in English, you know, he puts on his tie. Il met sa cravate. Il met sa cravate. There's also a lot of different expressions and everything. I will probably make a video on that, but I did not include it today. What you should know is that mettre is used to build a lot of different verbs. So if you know mettre, you're going to know a lot more verbs and a lot more conjugation. For example, promettre. Promettre, to promise. Admettre. Admettre, to admit. I'm not giving you all of them today, but there are a lot of verbs, so it's very, very useful. Numéro 7, vouloir. Vouloir, to want. It's important because it simply helps you to describe what you want. That's it. Je veux un verre d'eau. Je veux un verre d'eau. I want a glass of water. Easy as that. The other thing that you should know is that you can also say, I would like a glass of water. I would like a glass of water. So it's a more polite way to say it. So here it's je voudrais. Je voudrais. It's called conditional tense, conditionnel. I have a lot of videos as well on that. I will put them in the description box as well. Kind of the same verb again, pouvoir. Pouvoir, to can. Je peux venir ce soir. Je peux venir ce soir. I can come tonight. And the same thing that with vouloir, we can also use the conditionnel. Pourrais-tu l'appeler? Pourrais-tu l'appeler? Could you call him? Could is always going to be pouvoir conjugated in conditional. So it's also very important to know. Now we have devoir. Devoir, to have to. Let's see just a sentence. On doit être là dans une heure. On doit être là dans une heure. We have to be there in an hour. Now if you want to use should is devoir conditionnel as well. Je devrais me lever plus tôt. Je devrais me lever plus tôt. I should wake up earlier. And numéro 10, it's the verb dire. Dire, to say, to tell. There's nothing crazy about this verb, it's just a verb that we use a lot. Especially if you want to ask someone, qu'est-ce que tu as dit? Or, qu'est-ce que vous avez dit? Qu'est-ce que tu as dit? Qu'est-ce que vous avez dit? Tutoyer, vous voyez? What did you say? What did you say? It's a very casual way to ask. Remember. I hope you enjoy, I hope you learned something. Don't forget to leave me a comment if you have a question about this lesson, about French, about anything. I will do my best to help you. You can also subscribe to my channel, like this video, it really helped me. You can connect with me on my Instagram, my Facebook page, and this YouTube channel. And I will see you soon for another lesson.